HSS. This is the Trib Live High School Sports Network, the official streaming partner of the WPIAL, featuring exclusive coverage of all playoffs and championships. Stretching across 10 counties, 2,000 broadcasts a year, live and forever archived. Trib, hssn.triblive.com.
Greetings from Plum High School in Western Pennsylvania. It's the WPIAL playoffs today on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Today, the Plum Mustangs take on the West Allegheny Indians on Trib HSSN. And this broadcast is brought to you by Seton Hill University, by Excella Health, by Sendell Motors, and by Trib Total Media. Glad you could join us today on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. It's the preliminary round in boys basketball. The number 15 seed Plum Mustangs today hosting the number 18 seed West Allegheny Indians in the Class 5A playoff boys basketball bracket. Hi everybody, I'm Mitch Montani. Glad we could have you alongside for this one. The best seat in the house all season long. The winner of this game will battle Newcastle in the first round of the playoffs on Wednesday night. That game will be up in Newcastle on Wednesday at 6 o'clock. So the winner of this 15 versus 18 seeded matchup will head over to the number 2 seed Newcastle in the first round of the playoffs. You saw the meeting there at center court before this one gets underway today. To take a look at what these two teams have done this season, you just have to go to their specific sections. Plum, out of Class 5A Section 4, went 5-5 in the section, and they were fourth among those 7 teams in section play, trailing Highlands, Mars, and Shaler. They were ahead of Armstrong, Hampton, and Indiana. On the other side, the West Allegheny Indians went 3-6 in Class 5A Section 2. They were in fourth place, only on top of South Fayette and Moon. But with all the uncertainty surrounding these playoffs with COVID-19, it's an open tournament, so 22 teams are in the 5A playoffs. We get things started here today at 12 o'clock. The national anthem is about to be played. We'll step aside for a brief moment on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and we'll be back for the opening tip. It's Plum against West Allegheny in the preliminary round of the 5A playoffs next on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
An art therapist, an attorney, a currency options broker on Wall Street, a paleontologist, a member of the PA House of Representatives, a cancer researcher, a teacher. These are just a few examples of how Seton Hill University graduates are changing the world. In fact, 98% of Seton Hill graduates move on to careers or advanced degrees within 1 year of graduation. This is well above the national average. But then, Seton Hill students and faculty are well above average, too. Learn more at setonhill.edu/visit campus.
For every concussion that happens in professional sports, 5,000 happen in high school games. That's why Excella Health is pleased to have concussion specialists on staff. Running the concussion program is Dr. Jim Masterson. Dr. Masterson is a credentialed impact consultant and leader in concussion management. Excella Health also has the most advanced equipment and experienced people. To make an appointment with Dr. Masterson, visit myexcelladoc.org or call 1-855-EXCELLA-DOC. That's 1-855-EXCELADOC.
It's the big President's Day sales event at Sendell Subaru in Greensburg. Qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing for 63 months on all new 2021 Outback, Legacy, Ascent, or Impreza models in stock. Or get low 0.9% financing for 48 months on a 2021 Forester or Crosstrek with symmetrical all-wheel drive. The big President's Day sale ends March 1st, so hurry in and save at Sendell Subaru, Route 30 Greensburg. SendellSubaru.com.
Back on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Glad we could have you along here for this one. A preliminary round matchup in boys basketball. Plum and West A set to take on one another. The starters are being introduced right now. We'll start with the lower seed, the West Allegheny Indians. West Allegheny will send these 5 starters out there. The sophomore, Noden Tracy, walks out onto the court. He'll be joined by Liam Rooch, the senior guard, Anthony Ross, the senior forward, Joe Pustover, the junior guard, and Scott Billivis, the junior guard for West Allegheny. On the other side, for the Plum Mustangs, they'll send these 5 starters out there. Connor Moss, the senior guard, Cam Moss, his younger brother, the junior forward, Alex Matolo, the senior guard, Tarasi Means, the senior guard, and Max Matolsi, the senior forward for the Plum Mustangs, are the 5 starters here this afternoon. 12 p.m. will be tip-off time on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Our officials for today's game, Tony Carter, Jake Miller, and Dave Shinsky. Our crew for this game, which will see one team advance to play the Newcastle Red Hurricane on Wednesday night up in Newcastle. There are 6 preliminary games today on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We have coverage of all 6, so if you feel like bouncing around, you certainly can on all of our platforms. Here are the other games taking place in the Class 5A bracket here today. The 16 seed Hampton will face the 17 seed McKeesport, 13 Trinity and 20 Kiski, and then 12 Franklin Regional and 21 seeded Armstrong. All 3 of those games on the left side of the bracket. On the right side, we have this game, Plum versus West A, and then on the lower side, on the right angle of the bracket, it's Shaler, the 14 seed, and Ringgold, the 19 seed. South Fayette, the 11 seed, Woodland Hills, the 22 seed, also facing off at South Fayette. So a ton of games with a bunch of teams battling it out to get to the first round officially of the WPIAL Class 5A playoffs. Here's opening tip on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. It is won by West A, but taken by Plum up the court, and they can't convert on the basket. And the other way, here come the Indians, and going right to the rim is Billivis, and he gets the game's first bucket to give West Allegheny a 2-0 lead here on the road. Plum marching up the floor. West Allegheny played in a very tough section with Chartiers Valley and Newcastle leading the charges. Both teams went 9-1 in 5A Section 2 and advanced to the playoffs as number 1 and number 2 seeds respectively. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be held by the Plum Mustangs. 7:20 remaining. First quarter. It's 2-0 in favor of the West Allegheny Indians. Inbounded, out of bounds. It'll be kept by Plum. There's a 3-ball thrown up there. Off the back of the iron, no good on the shot by Connor Moss. West A comes the other way. Here's Rooch. Rooch moving toward the rim, now retreats it back out. His pass outward is taken away by Plum. Alex Matolo to the rim. Shot no good, but he's fouled. And Matolo will shoot 2. The senior guard will head to the rim to try to get Plum its first points. Foul is on Scott Bilvis of the West Allegheny Indians. Plum in its first playoff appearance since 2015, as Matolo makes the first of 2. That season, the Mustangs went 17-6 and lost to North Hills in the first round of the playoffs. As Matolo makes the second, we're tied up 2-2. So Plum getting in as the number 15 seed in 2021 with this open WPIAL playoff tournament. Spin move, a shot missed by Bilvis, and it's taken the other way by Plum. Inside, they go for the handoff to Means. We have a foul. It's on the floor. This will be the second foul on West Allegheny. It is on Anthony Ross. That is his first, team's second on West A. It's been 5 days since the West Allegheny Indians played a basketball game. They won their season finale against the Moon Tigers at home on Monday night, 71-52. On the other side, Plum last played on Thursday night at home, a 6-point non-section win over Burrell for the Mustangs in their regular season finale. Official timeout called here as they look to be getting some moisture off the right side of the floor. Underneath that West Allegheny basket where Plum is shooting. 6:31 left, first quarter. We're tied up 2-2 here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Inbounded by Plum for a moment, but West Allegheny will take it after it goes out of bounds. Here's West A the other way. It's Noden Tracy leading the charge. Tracy. Handoff to Bilvis and now to Rooch. Back out for Tracy. Tracy inside. Tries to pass it underneath, taken away by Plum. Means inside, and this one dumped in. Connor Moss gets credit with the bucket. That's the first Plum points from the field to give the Mustangs a 4-2 lead. It goes out of play, and it'll be kept by West Allegheny on the other side, who's trailing 4-2. Noden Tracy with it at the right wing, dumps it to the left corner for Rooch. Rooch forces a shot, and he gets fouled on the way up. Shot was off the side of the backboard, but nonetheless, it'll get Rooch to the line to shoot two. Foul is on Max Matulsi. That is his first, and the first on Plum in general today. First of two foul shots by Rooch is up, and it is good. Second shot, also good by Rooch. We're tied up 4-4 here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Tarasi Means kicks it out to Moss, three ball. Off the side of the iron, no good. Back to West A. Quickly up the floor they come. Lofted to the left side for Bilvis, who knocks it down. That was a 2-point shot. Bilvis up to 4 points on the day. And West Allegheny leads it 6-4. Plum's got it now. Alex Matolo now to Connor Moss. Inside for Cam Moss, his brother. Now at the left elbow, Means shoots and can't convert. but a steal by Plum. Almost knocked down by Matulsi. A scramble under the basket. We have a foul. Let's see what the foul is on. It'll be a shooting foul on West Allegheny. They will get Joe Pustover with the foul. That is his first, team third in this first half. First of 2 foul shots by Connor Moss is no good. Moss, the 6'1" senior guard, will now try for the second. He gets the second. Moss up to 3 points on the afternoon. He makes it West Allegheny 6, Plum 5. 4:30 remaining first quarter. Pustover with it for West Day. Now to Rooch. And on to Bilvis, who shoots from the foul line and knocks it down. He's up to 6 points. 6 of the 8 West Allegheny points. And the largest lead for either side now. Here's a steal by the Indians. Up the floor comes Rooch, and he converts on the layup. Rooch now has 4, and West Allegheny with a 5-point lead at 10-5. Alex Matolo, the pass to Means now. Matolo gets it back. Now has it back again as the Mustangs slow it down. To Means now, left wing. He charges, he shoots, he lays it in. Tarasi Means with the bucket. And Plum able to stop a 6-0 run by West Day. 3 ball in the air. Too far by Bilvis. Goes out of bounds off of Plum. So it'll be kept by West Allegheny. Sendell Motors is a proud partner with the Trib Live High School Sports Network to help give you the best seat in the house this season for the WPIAL playoffs and championships. Visit our friends at Sendell Subaru on Route 30 in Greensburg. They'd love to meet you. Joe Pustover with it for West Day. Gets the handoff on to Tracy. Tracy moving inside. He travels. Noden Tracy turns the ball over for West Day, and he gives it back to the Plum Mustangs. It's West Allegheny 10 and Plum 7 with 5 minutes gone in this opening quarter. Here's Connor Moss. Inside, underneath, the shot, in by Plum. Cam Moss gets his first points. And he makes it 10-9 West Day. Inside, shooting on his way inside for West Allegheny is Pustover, and he's fouled. Missed the shot, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Here's the first. No good. By Joe Pustover, the junior. The second is good. Pustover gets his first point of today. West Allegheny up by 2. This one fed up to Matulsi. To Means. He shoots from the foul line. Off back iron, no good. Rebound, fought for, and won by Plum. Means inside. Good pass to Cam Moss, who gets the bucket and ties the game at 11. Tie ball game, 2 minutes left. First quarter between the 18 seed West Day and the 15 seed Plum. Good feed to the basket by West Allegheny's Noden Tracy, who gets his first points. And it's now 13-11 in favor of West Day. Out to the top, it's Matolo. Underneath, good pass to Matulsi. The layup shot, no good, and rebounded by West Allegheny. This one stripped from the hands of Bilvis, out of bounds. It'll be kept by West Allegheny. Both teams finished in 4th place in their respective sections this season. West Allegheny out of 5A Section 2. Plum out of 5A Section 4, which was won by Highlands, who finished 9-1 in the section this season. Almost a tie-up, but a foul is called. It's going to be a foul on Plum. Nick Killinger gets hit with his first foul. Here's Ryan Herman for West Allegheny. He gets it on to Pustover, who throws it up and gets it to go. Pustover up to 3 points. West Allegheny up 15-11. This ball thrown around the arc by Plum on the other side. Contact but no foul. Ball goes out of bounds, and it is kept by the Mustangs, last touching West Allegheny. 48.5 seconds to go in this opening frame. West A up by 4. Quick inbound pass toward Connor Moss by Alex Matolo. We have a foul, though. And we'll have another Plum inbound. Ryan Herman is charged with his first foul for a push. That is the 4th on West A. Here's the inbound to Tarasi Means. A 3-ball by Connor Moss. It rattles in. Connor Moss has 6 points. That is the ball game's first 3-point shot by either side. West Allegheny up by 1. 30 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Here's Herman for 3. Yes! Ryan Herman responds with a Plum 3-ball, with a 3-ball of his own. And he restores a 4-point West Allegheny lead. Alex Matolo with it, with under 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Matolo with the pass on to Cam Moss. Now to Tarasi Means. Back out to the corner. 3-ball in the air, too far at the buzzer by Connor Moss. And that is the end of the first quarter. Our score after 1. The West Allegheny Indians 18, the Plum Mustangs 14. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Did you know that 300,000 people in southwestern Pennsylvania are food insecure, including nearly 80,000 children? Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is here to meet this need. Through school breakfast and lunch, backpack, and summer food programs, the food bank's mission is to end hunger in our region. To learn more information, get help, or donate, call 412-460-FOOD or visit pittsburghfoodbank.org. Let's come together to make sure no child goes to bed hungry.
Back on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Get your very own keepsake copy of today's game. Find the broadcast you're looking for by entering the date of the game, then scroll below the stream and click on the blue buy button. Relive the best moments of this season forever. Only on the Trib Live High School Sports Network if you want to buy your own broadcast of today's game. Entering quarter number 2, it is West Allegheny 18 and Plum 14. Rooch going right to the rim. He's fouled. Just 4 seconds into this second quarter. And Rooch will go to the line to shoot a couple. Foul is on Plum's Max Matulsi. That's his second, team fourth. First shot gets stuck on the rim. But it'll be marked officially as a miss by Liam Rooch. 2 for 3 in the foul shooting department today is the West Allegheny senior. The second, he gets this one. Rooch is up to 5 points now for West Allegheny. 19-14 is the West A lead right now. Plum still within striking distance, trying to get this back to a one-possession game. Here's Alex Matolo. Matolo from the top of the arc, feeds it inside. It's tipped away from the intended target, Killinger. Out of bounds. Last touching West Allegheny and Brandon Bell. So it'll stay with Plum underneath the West A rim. We have a timeout called on the floor with 7:34 remaining in the second quarter. It's a 30-second timeout with West Allegheny leading Plum 19-14 in this Class 5A. Preliminary round game, one of 6 preliminary games in the Class 5A bracket. An open field this season in all 6 classifications in both boys and girls basketball. 22 teams in the 5A bracket. Winner of this game will travel to Newcastle on Wednesday night. And the winner of that Newcastle game on Wednesday night will face the winner of another Wednesday night contest, Thomas Jefferson, the 7 seed, and Latrobe, the 10 seed in this 5A basketball bracket. To the rim quickly is Plum's Connor Moss, and he can't get the shot to go. Tipped away by West Allegheny. And on the other side, it's stripped away from Rooch. To the left block it goes. Plum forcing the shot. Killinger misses on the layup attempt. West A takes it back to the other side of the floor. And Plum will be rung up with a foul, though. Connor Moss is hit with the foul for Plum. That is his first of the game. Couple of substitutions for West Allegheny. Noden Tracy comes in for Brandon Bell. One of those substitutions for West A, who is looking to build on a 5-point lead, which is tied for the largest of the game for either side. To the corner it goes. A 3-ball by Rooch. A little bit to the left. It went off the back iron. No good. Plum. Good pass underneath to Killinger. Layup shot. Good. Three-ball on the other side by West Allegheny's Herman. It's no good. And Plum operating too quickly that time, and it's turned over to West Allegheny, who's up 3 points at 19-16. Here's Scott Bilvis. It's eventually fed inside for Rooch, all the way back out for Herman. Now to Rooch again, and on a bounce pass attempt to Tracy, it's taken away by Plum. Matolo across the timeline. On to Will Brewer. Back to Matolo quickly, who's got 2 points. Connor Moss shoots from the foul line. It comes up short, just glancing off the front of the rim. 3-ball in the air. No good by Bilvis of West A, but the rebound to Rooch, and it's kept by West A. Bilvis moves inside. He shoots. No foul called with some contact there. And Plum takes it back to the opposite side of the court. Matolo to Cam Moss, and Moss is fouled at the right block. Justin Sheets is charged with the West Allegheny foul. That's his first, team fifth in this first half. 5:04 left second quarter. It's West Allegheny 19 and Plum 16. Plum, the inbound, a quick inbound and a good delivery from Brewer to Tarasi Means, who gets the bucket. Means is up to 4 points. It's a 1-point game from the home of the Mustangs. Noden Tracy with it. Bounce pass to Bilvis. Back to Tracy. To the corner, a 3-ball by Bilvis, no good. Rattles in and out. Quickly up for Brewer. Brewer turns it around. 3-ball by Moss, no good. Tracy the rebound for West A. Here's Joe Pustover. Out for Tracy, a 3-ball. It banks in. Noden Tracy up to 5 points. West Allegheny back up by 4, 22-18. Noden Tracy, the sophomore, getting West Allegheny's second 3-ball. Here's a foul on the other side, a shooting foul on the Indians defensively. Joe Pustover gets charged with the foul. That is his second, team sixth. The next West Allegheny foul will send Plum into the bonus, as the first shot by Connor Moss is good. The second also good. Connor Moss has 8 points. His Plum Mustangs trail it 22-20 halfway through this second quarter. Bilvis with the shot. No good. Goes out of bounds. Saved by Plum. Excellent save by Killinger near the sideline. And now the Mustangs are able to get a shot off. Means cannot convert on the basket, though, and West Allegheny in transition gets some points of their own. That one put in by Anthony Ross, his first points of the day, 24-20. West Allegheny leading with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Here's Matolo. On to Will Brewer, back to Matolo. Brewer grabs it at the left wing. Plum awaiting the opportunity. They get it to Killinger, back out to Means, back out to Matolo, and he tries to pass it inside for Cam Moss, but too strong on the pass. Goes out of bounds, and West Allegheny basketball. Do you want to stay up to date on the latest high school sports news? Sign up for our free email newsletter. We'll deliver the day's top headlines straight to your inbox. Sign up at triblive.com/HSSN. Free ball in the air. Almost banked in again by Noden Tracy, but this time it glances off the iron one too many times. Gives the ball back to Plum. Matolo and Means exchanging the basketball on some passes. Back out. Now inside. Cam Moss. Killinger. He tries to pass it. Saved by Means. Almost. An odd sequence there with a lot of passing for Plum. But on the baseline, it'll be West Day basketball. It was last touched by the Mustangs, and we'll get a timeout called. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 1:47 left in the second. You could call it a low-scoring affair, 24-20. The 18 seed West Allegheny leading the 15 seed Plum on the road here. I want to remind you as well that at Sendell Motors in Greensburg, finding your new vehicle is an easy stop. Shop and roll. Shop online and drive home a new Subaru, Volkswagen, or Mitsubishi without ever setting foot in the dealership. Visit SendellMotors.com to do that today. West Allegheny loses the handle on the possession. Back toward Plum. A three ball by Means, no good. And the long rebound collected defensively by Rooch. Both of these teams love to move it quickly in transition. Rooch lost the basketball. It was going to go out of bounds off of Plum, but they save it. And now the Mustangs slow it down. Just a minute and 5 seconds remaining in the half. Cam Moss with a backhanded layup attempt, and it's good. Give Cam Moss 6 points for the day. And West Allegheny only up by 2 now, 24-22. 50 seconds remain in the first half. Rooch back out for Tracy. Tracy is fouled. It'll be a floor foul. It'll be on Plum. And with West Allegheny now entering the bonus, Noden Tracy will shoot a 1-and-1. Entering the game is Ryan Herman now for West Allegheny as Joe Pustover checks out. I'll beg your pardon, that was not the 7th foul on West Allegheny. That was the 6th foul on Plum, not West Allegheny. So the next foul we see on the Plum Mustangs will send West Allegheny into the bonus. That foul was on Tarasi Means, his first. Both teams rolling with 6 fouls now with 20 seconds left in the half. Bilvis on to Rooch. Good pass out to Herman. Herman fires it to Bilvis, a 3-ball. Yes! Scott Bilvis up to 9 points. His team up by 5. Shot at the buzzer comes up short by Connor Moss, and that's it for half number 1. It is West Allegheny 27 and Plum 22 at halftime here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Plum in that second quarter only getting 8 points. West Allegheny in quarter number 2 only getting 9 points. A very low scoring second quarter. And neither team has eclipsed 30 points through 2 quarters of play. 16 minutes down, 16 minutes to go. Our score at halftime is West Allegheny, the number 15 seed, or rather the number 18 seed, I should say, leading the Plum Mustangs, the number 15 seed, 27-22. We'll be back in a few moments on the Trib Live High School Sports Network for our halftime show, presented by Sendell Motors. Back in a moment on Trib HSSN.
For every concussion that happens in professional sports, 5,000 happen in high school games. That's why Excella Health is pleased to have concussion specialists on staff. Running the concussion program is Dr. Jim Masterson. Dr. Masterson is a credentialed impact consultant and leader in concussion management. Excella Health also has the most advanced equipment and experienced people. To make an appointment with Dr. Masterson, visit myexcelladoc.org or call 1-855-EXCELLA-DOC. That's 1-855-EXCELLADOC.
It's a February price freeze at Sendell Mitsubishi. Now, during the President's Day sales event, you can drive home a 2020 Outlander Sports with all-wheel drive for just $17,821. And why buy used when you can get a Mitsubishi Mirage G4 ES sedan for just $9,999? That's a brand new car backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty for under $10,000. Now, at Sendell Mitsubishi, Route 30 Greensburg. SendellMitsubishi.com. Offers good through March 1st based on highest credit approval and $19.99 down payment. Tax, title, and plate fees extra. See dealer for details.
An art therapist, an attorney, a currency options broker on Wall Street, a paleontologist, a member of the PA House of Representatives, a cancer researcher, a teacher. These are just a few examples of how Seton Hill University graduates are changing the world. In fact, 98% of Seton Hill graduates move on to careers or advanced degrees within 1 year of graduation. This is well above the national average. But then, Seton Hill students and faculty are well above average, too. Learn more at setonhill.edu/visit campus. Trib Live has a little something for everyone. Sports from high school to the pros. News from across the street and around the world. Arts and entertainment. Lifestyles. Opinion. Weather. Photo galleries. Video. You can even find your next job, house, and car. So look alive, Pittsburgh, and get the news you want and information you need all in one place. TribLive.com. TribLive.com. News and more 24/7.
Back on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, it's halftime from Plum High School. The number 15 seed Plum Mustangs trail the West Allegheny Indians, the number 18 seed, 27-22 at halftime of this Class 5A preliminary round matchup. Our halftime show this afternoon is presented by Sendell Motors. The Sendell Motors family is proud to help us provide your family access to the 2021 WPIAL basketball playoff and championship live game action. Sendell Motors on Route 30 in Greensburg offers a great selection of Subaru, Volkswagen, and Mitsubishi models, as well as quality pre-owned vehicles. They'd love to meet you. Here's our halftime scoring recap. With West Allegheny up by 5, the Indians are led in the scoring column by Scott Bilvis, who has 9 points in total, 6 points in the first quarter. 5 points from each of Noden Tracy, the sophomore, and Liam Rooch, the senior. Then 3 points for Joe Pustover and Ryan Herman, who has a 3-ball to his credit, and a pair of points from the field by Anthony Ross, totaling up to 27 points. On the other side, the Plum Mustangs with 22 total points. They are led by Connor Moss, who has 8, including 3 from the foul line and a 3-ball. Cam Moss, his younger brother, has 6 points. Then it's 4 points from Tarasi Means, 1 in each of the first and second quarters. 2 points from Nick Killinger, and then a couple of foul shots converted, 2 points from Alex Matolo, 22 again in total for the Plum Mustangs. The winner of this game will face off against Newcastle on Wednesday night. I know I've said that a couple of times already, but just want to keep everybody up to date on what's going on in the WPIAL. Little bit of an update as to the 5A bracket, one of the other preliminary games taking place today. Franklin Regional and Armstrong locking horns. Franklin Regional, the 12 seed, Armstrong, the 21 seed. On paper, that was projected to be one of the most lopsided matchups today in the 5A bracket, but it has not been lopsided so far. Franklin Regional up only by 4 at halftime, 24-20 over Armstrong. That's on the left side of the bracket. The winner of that game will face Mars, the number 5 seed. later on Wednesday night. That's when all of the WPIAL Class 5A boys basketball first-round playoff action will be. Wednesday, with all the games slated to start at 6 p.m. But right now, it's halftime in this preliminary round matchup. West Allegheny up 27-22 on the Plum Mustangs. By the way, get your very own keepsake copy of today's game. Find the broadcast you're looking for by entering the date of the game, then scroll below the stream and click on the blue buy button. And because of that, you can relive the best moments of this season forever by buying a copy of today's broadcast. Only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Plum with its first playoff appearance here since 2015 when they entered and lost to North Hills by 6 points. That was a 17-6 season for Plum. Very positive year. They made the playoffs back-to-back in 2014 and 15 out of Class Quad A Section 2. Plum making a playoff appearance this season in the Open Tournament. On the other side, West Allegheny has competed in the playoffs a lot more frequently as of late. They made it last season with a 7-7 record in Class 5A Section 2. They were 13-11 overall and tied with both Trinity and Montour for the fourth place position among those 8 section teams last season. But West Allegheny held the three-way tiebreaker and because of that clinched the section's final playoff berth. They made the playoffs as the number 12 seed out of 12 total teams, but they caused a big upset, beating the number 5 seed McKeesport in the first round by 3 points, 65-62 last season. West Allegheny getting to the quarterfinals last year and eventually losing by 11 points to the number 4 seed Thomas Jefferson. So West Allegheny, no stranger to the playoffs, and it is helping them collect a 5-point lead for today's ball game against Plum, who last year also finished 7-7 in Class 5A Section 3, but they did not make the playoffs, trailing all of Mars, Shaler, Hampton, and Franklin Regional in the standings. So that brings you up to date on what these two teams have done in the past, at least when it comes to the WPIAL playoffs. West Allegheny has one WPIAL boys basketball title. It was over Chartiers Valley in 2007 in the 3A championship. Plum still searching for its first taste of WPIAL playoff gold. We'll step aside for a few more short moments and be back with the second half. It's West Allegheny 27 and Plum 22 on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, presented by Sendell Motors.
An art therapist, an attorney, a currency options broker on Wall Street, a paleontologist, a member of the PA House of Representatives, a cancer researcher, a teacher. These are just a few examples of how Seton Hill University graduates are changing the world. In fact, 98% of Seton Hill graduates move on to careers or advanced degrees within 1 year of graduation. This is well above the national average. But then, Seton Hill students and faculty are well above average, too. Learn more at setonhill.edu/visit campus.
Back here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, Plum with the basketball to start the third quarter and the second half with it. Trailing West Allegheny by 5 points, 27-22. Three ball in the air by Connor Moss, no good. To start the second half for Plum, and it's taken the other way by West Allegheny. Here's Noden Tracy for three. It's no good. Too strong on the shot. Rebounded by Plum. Quick transition. Tarasi Means misses the shot, and it's rebounded underneath by Connor Moss. Moss puts it back. He's up into double digits now with 10 points. The first player for either side to reach double digits in terms of scoring. And he makes it a 3-point game. West A looking for the response inside and getting called for the charge is Liam Rooch. Liam Rooch draws the charge foul. That's the first foul of this second half, and Rooch's first of the day. Here's a steal by West Allegheny. Noden Tracy's got it. In the paint, he shoots. Shot comes up a little short. And a quick transition again. Plum to the other side. And it is fed in by Max Matulsi. That's his first bucket. And it gives Plum yet another basket to start this second half. It's now a 1-point game. West Allegheny up 27-26 with 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Three ball in the air by Bilvis, no good. Rebound, West A. Rebound shot is no good by Ross. And Plum finally grabs the defensive board. And here's an excellent backhanded layup shot by Tarasi Means. Means gives Plum the lead, 28-27. And a push foul is called on the other side of the floor. This will be on the Plum Mustangs. That's the first of the second half on Plum. Alex Matullo gets charged with the foul. That's his first. West Allegheny, the quick inbound to Bilvis. Bilvis shoots from inside the arc. It rattles in and out. And the rebound by Plum. Up to Means quickly. Means loses it. West Allegheny touched it and tried to save it. They tried to get it to Noden Tracy, but one of the West Allegheny players had a foot on the baseline. So it'll be kept by Plum with the offensive inbound. Good inbound to Connor Moss, who gets the shot up, but it's no good. Here's West A. Bilvis. Now to Rooch for three. In and out, no good. Plum basketball. 5:20 left, third quarter. Matullo to Moss, back to Matullo. They go around the arc. We've seen Plum do this quite a few times here today. Tarasi Means back out to Matullo, who gets it back. And now Matullo backs up toward the logo and resets the play. Already about a 25-second possession for Plum. Tarasi Means had it there for a moment. Means gets it back. He shovels it inside. Good pass to Matulsi. Now to Moss to set up the play. He shoots and is fouled. Connor Moss gets fouled on the way up, falling down. And he will shoot two from the foul line. The foul is on Anthony Ross. That's his second, and West Allegheny's second of this second half. The first of two by Connor Moss is good. Moss up to 11 points. Plum up by 2, 29-27. Here's the second. It's good. Moss up to 12 points. And now he'll check out of the game. Plum gets up to the 30 plateau, leading West Allegheny 30-27, an 8-0 run to start this second half by the hometown Mustangs. Three ball, no good. On the shot by Pustover, the rebound fought for, won by West Allegheny a few times. They try to put it back a few more times. No shot goes, but we have a foul. They'll get Plum's Max Matulsi for the foul. That is his third and the team's second for this second half. And because of that, Matulsi will check out. In for Plum. West Allegheny will inbound it. Bilvis now to Noden Tracy. Tracy at the block. Retreats back out. Halfway through this third quarter with his team down by 3. Tracy lobs it toward the rim. Shot no good. Rebound by Tracy himself is no good. Falling down is Means, but it's somehow kept by Plum. West Allegheny fans wanted the double dribble called, but no whistle blows. And Plum holding here with Matolo. And a travel is called. Connor Moss enters for Plum, exiting as Tarasi Means. Now up the floor comes West Allegheny and the junior Ryan Herman. Scott Bilvis has it back for a 3-ball. It's no good, but he was fouled. So Scott Bilvis will head to the line to shoot 3 foul shots. Foul was on Will Brewer of the Mustangs. That is his first and the team 4th. Scott Bilvis makes the first foul shot. He's up to 10 points. The second, good by Bilvis. He's got 11. The 6'2 junior guard will try to make all 3 foul shots. With 3:04 remaining in the third quarter. And he does make all 3 foul shots. This third shot goes. And we're all tied up. West Allegheny 30. Plum 30. Mustangs with the ball. Means with some contact. On to Connor Moss from the left wing, and he knocks it down. Connor Moss up to 15 points. His second tray. 33-30. And West A looking for the response. This one knocked down. Scott Bilvis knocks down a 3 of his own, and we're square again, 33 all. Connor Moss inside. Layup shot too strong. Out of bounds, West A basketball. Shot knocked down again. Scott Bilvis up to 18 points. And the Indians are up 36-33. Here's Plum. With it below the West A rim. Fought for. Couple of shots. Everybody's fighting for it. It does not go. Back to West A. Not going to let Bilvis shoot a 3-ball this time. It's sent around the horn for Pustover eventually, who charges in, and we have a foul called. 1:04 remaining, third quarter. Plum trailing West Allegheny 36-33. Taken away by Plum. Here come the Mustangs. To the rim they go, and the shot no good. Almost converted by Moss, but he was fouled, and he'll go to the line. Foul is on West Allegheny's Scott Bilvis. He has 2. And West A has 3 now in this second half. First of 2 by Connor Moss is no good. Will Brewer enters for Plum, exiting as Cam Moss, the younger brother of the foul shot shooter, Connor Moss. He gets the second, and Moss now has 16 points. Just over 35 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Ryan Herman with it for West A. 3-ball in the air by Pustover. That's good. He gets his first point since the first quarter. Pustover up to 6. West Allegheny up 39-34. They call that a 2-point shot by Pustover, but getting the response is Plum's Connor Moss, who gets to 18 points now. Makes this a 3-point game again. Lots of action here in this third quarter. 3-ball, no good by West A, and kept in bounds by Plum as the third quarter comes to a close. What an action-packed third quarter that was, especially toward the end. But it's the West Allegheny Indians who still have the lead, 39-36. We'll step aside and be back with the final quarter of this one. West Allegheny leading Plum 39-36 on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
For every concussion that happens in professional sports, 5,000 happen in high school games. That's why Excella Health is pleased to have concussion specialists on staff. Running the concussion program is Dr. Jim Masterson. Dr. Masterson is a credentialed impact consultant and leader in concussion management. Excella Health also has the most advanced equipment and experienced people. To make an appointment with Dr. Masterson, visit myexcelladoc.org or call 1-855-EXCELLA-DOC. That's 1-855-EXCELADOC.
Back on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, getting ready for the fourth quarter here, with West Allegheny up 39-36. The Plum Mustangs outscoring West A in that third quarter, 14-12, but still a 3-point lead for the Road Indians. West Allegheny getting 9 of its 12 points in that third quarter from Scott Bilvis, who's up to 18 now on the afternoon. Plum getting all but 4 of its points, 10 out of the 14, from Connor Moss. So a couple of the leaders beginning to find a rhythm here. Pass goes out of bounds off of a West A player. That was Joe Pustover. It'll stay with the Plum Mustangs. Tarasi Means with it. Out to Alex Matola, who's called for the double dribble. Turnover for Plum, West A basketball. Held on to by Noden Tracy. Tracy now to Pustover. West Allegheny taking its time. Free ball by Bilvis. No good. Long rebound collected by means of Plum. Up to Moss. Moss shoots off the glass. Shot is good. Moss has 20 points. Plum is within 1. 39-38. Under 7 minutes to play in the ball game. Noden Tracy inside, shoots. Can't lay it in. The rebound, West Allegheny. Another shot. This does not go. Off the hands of Justin Sheets. And the rebound by Plum. From the left elbow. It's Matulsi who feeds it back outside for Matolo. Matolo of the Mustangs taking his time. And now to Tarasi Means. They go around the arc. We have seen both teams quick in transition, but Plum sometimes operating slowly offensively. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be kept by Plum, though, glancing off of West Allegheny's Scott Bilvis. We have seen Plum with a designed slower rhythm offensively. They move quickly here. Shot almost put in by Matulsi. Goes to the left of the basket. West Day basketball. Here's Liam Rooch. Now out to Joe Pustover, who holds. Both teams in situations like this haven't been super duper quick to go to the rim, at least awaiting a good opportunity. Shot no good by West Allegheny. Back to the Plum Mustangs. Here's Matolo, the point guard. Now out to Cam Moss and back to Matolo. We creep toward 5 minutes remaining in this Class 5A preliminary round matchup between Plum and West Day. Plum the higher seeded number 15. We get a foul. It's on West Day. It's a shooting foul. It'll send Plum to the line. And it'll be Connor Moss to do the honors. They get Justin Sheets for the foul. That is his second and the team's fourth of this second half, as Moss will shoot a pair. He can give Plum the lead if he makes both foul shots. The first is good. 21 points for Moss. We're now tied up 39 all. 5:10 remaining, fourth quarter. Moss has 21, over half of the Mustangs total. And Plum has 39 in total. Moss makes the second. He's up to 22, including 4 already in this fourth quarter. He's also, with that 2-for-2 trip, now 8 for 10 from the foul line today. Under 5 minutes to play. Plum leading by 1 point. We get a foul on the other side. It's a shooting foul, this time on Plum, which will send West Allegheny and Scott Bilvis to the line. This foul is on the senior Will Brewer. 2 foul shots upcoming from Bilvis. He gets the first. Bilvis is 4 for 4 from the foul line today, as West Allegheny's Anthony Ross checks in. The second of 2. Rattles in. Bilvis up to 20. On the day, West Allegheny back to the lead, 41-40. 4:45 left in the ball game. Tarasi Means out to Matolo, back to Means. Now inside. Here's Moss. Another pass underneath. Right underneath the basket. Will Brewer misses the shot. Back to West Allegheny. Bilvis loses the handle, gets it back, shovels it to Rooch. And now it's reset with Joe Pustover. To the corner, a 3-ball. No good on the shot by Bilvis. Out of bounds. Plum basketball. Plum pressured a little bit as they move up the floor. And they finally get it across center court. Here's Tarasi Means. Now to Alex Matolo. A whistle blows. And we get a foul call on West Allegheny. Foul is on Anthony Ross, his third, team fifth, with 3:41 to play. Plum with the ball, trailing 41-40. Inside, Means with the shot, it goes! And one. Tarasi Means gets a big bucket there. He's got 8 points now, and he can now convert the three-point play with the foul shot. He has given Plum the lead back 42-40. The foul shot is good. Means has 9. And Plum leads it by a pair. 43-41 with 3.5 minutes to go. Noden Tracy. Stripped of the basketball. It goes out of bounds. And it's awarded to Plum. We're going to get a timeout call, I believe, here. It's a 30-second timeout. And we'll keep it here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Do you want to stay up to date on the latest high school sports news? Well, sign up for our free email newsletter. We'll deliver the day's top headlines straight to your inbox. You can sign up for that at triblive.com/HSSN. Offering you the best seat in the house for these WPIAL playoffs. Also, we want to remind you that all the WPIAL's 12 basketball championships will be seen live and here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network this season. March 12th, March 13th, and March 15th for those 3 dates of boys and girls basketball. All 6 classifications on both sides. Should be a very fun beginning of the month of March with a lot of basketball playoff action to be played starting today with this preliminary round. Here come the Plum Mustangs quickly up the floor. Shot by Moss comes up short, but the rebound collected by Cam Moss. And Moss gets the bucket. Cam Moss has 8 points today. And the Plum Mustangs are up by 4. The largest lead for Plum today, 45-41. West Allegheny with a big possession here coming up. Trying to get this back to a one-possession game. They move it up the floor quickly. Rooch to Bilvis. Passed over to Tracy. Tracy to the corner, a 3-ball. Off the side of the iron, no good. Offensive rebound, though, by West Allegheny. A 3-ball by Pustover. That's no good. And this time the defensive board is grabbed by Plum. And a strip by West Allegheny. Tracy to the corner for 3. Bilvis, yes! Bilvis has 23. And West Allegheny gets back to within 1, 45-44. Here's Connor Moss. He slows it down for Plum, who's up by 1. In this preliminary round playoff game on the right side of the Class 5A bracket. Matolo. The shovel inside. And count it. The bucket underneath is converted on by Connor Moss. And he's fouled. He'll shoot an extra from the line. Moss has 24. He can make it 25 with this next foul shot. This is a big one with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left because it could make it a 2-possession game. With Plum leading West Allegheny.
We also have a technical foul on number 2, Connor Moss, for taunting.
Okay, so we are going to get a technical foul in addition to that West Allegheny foul, which was on Joe Pustover, his 3rd. So Moss will shoot his foul shot here. He gets it. He's up to 25. But Connor Moss was also charged with a technical foul afterwards. And that's the 7th on Plum, the 7th foul. So fouls now even at 7 apiece in this second half. And because of that technical foul, here is Scott Bilvis to shoot a couple. He makes the first. And he makes the second. So Bilvis now has 25. And after both foul shots, West Allegheny will have the basketball, trailing Plum 48-46. Still a little bit of confusion here. It'll be inbounded by West Allegheny's Scott Bilvis. The winner of this game will take on Newcastle on Wednesday night in the quarterfinals. Inside, Tracy caught for the charge. Noden Tracy gets wrapped up in an offensive foul. That is his first foul of the game. And it's the 8th on West Allegheny. So it's now Plum basketball. They have a 2-point lead. Getting tied up in the backcourt is Cam Moss. He gets it to Matolo, who feeds it up to Connor Moss. Moss inside. Moss to the rim. Shot blocked. West A basketball back. Bilvis has it. Bilvis to the corner. Rooch for 3. No good. Rebound defensively by Plum. Quickly the other way comes Means, and Means with the right hand feeds it in. He's up to 11 points with 90 seconds left. Plum with a 4-point cushion at home. West Allegheny needs this possession to work out. Pustover for a long 3-ball. No good. The rebound for Plum with 1:10 left. It's up to Tarasi Means. Means through traffic has it, feeds it over to Matolo. Pop to the other side for Moss. Now a minute to go. Plum with the ball, up by 4. Connor Moss, who has 25 points today, feeds it over to Matolo, who begins to run around. Now on to Connor Moss. They're going to have to foul him. They do. Connor Moss is fouled. He'll go to the line for a 1-and-1. Foul is on Noden Tracy, his second. That's the 9th on West Allegheny, and with Plum in the bonus. Connor Moss will shoot a 1-and-1. Plum up 50-46, trying to win its first playoff game in 9 years. Moss makes the first. He's got 26. The last playoff win for Plum came in the first round of the 2012 playoffs against Kiski. 61-57 was the final score in that one. The second by Moss is good. Connor Moss has 27. The Mustangs have their largest lead at 6 points. 35 seconds to play in the game. On the other side, we have a shooting foul, and the bucket goes. Joe Pustover converts, and this game isn't over yet. Pustover up to 8 points. He can make it 9, and a one-possession game with this foul shot. Pustover is 1 for 2 from the line today. Those pair of shots were thrown up in the first quarter, and we have a timeout called. It's called by the Mustangs, a full 60-second timeout. But we'll keep it right here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Joe Pustover, out of this timeout, will shoot one foul shot after he connected on a basket and was fouled. So Pustover has 8 points. He can make it 9 with the foul shot. The Plum Mustangs are leading the West Allegheny Indians 52-48 with roughly 35 seconds remaining in this basketball game. Plum, the number 15 seed, trying to advance past the preliminaries and get to the first round of the playoffs. They can do that with a win over West A here, who's the number 18 seed in this 5A bracket, which has in total 22 teams during this open playoff throughout the WPIAL for boys and girls basketball. Here comes an enormous foul shot by Joe Pustover, the 6'2" junior guard for West Allegheny, to make this a one-possession game. He gets it. Pustover's got 9. The Indians trail it by 3. Here's the inbound for Plum. Bounce pass, a good one to Tarasi Means. Means is wrapped up, he's fouled. And this will be the 10th foul on West Allegheny, so Means is going to shoot 2. With Plum entering the double bonus. That West Allegheny foul was on Justin Sheets, that's his 3rd. And the 10th on West Allegheny with 32.6 seconds left. The first of 2 foul shots by Tarasi Means is good. Means has 12 points. Plum up 53-49. Entering is Will Brewer of the Mustangs. Exiting is Cam Moss during that transaction. Here's the second of 2. It's good by Tarasi Means, who's up to 13 points. Plum up by 5. West Allegheny with the ball. Under 30 seconds left. Long 3 ball by Tracy. In and out, no good. Rebound offensively by the Indians. Back out to Tracy. Here's a 3 ball from the right corner by Bilvis. That takes a high bounce and does not go. Rebound fought for. 1 by Plum. We have a foul. It's on West Allegheny. And we will get a couple of foul shots here from Alex Matolo. And these 2 foul shots could put this one away potentially. 14.2 seconds remain. Plum leads it by 5 points, 54-49. Exiting now for Plum is Connor Moss, and he's going to take a seat, but his team might have just sealed it. Alex Matolo misses the first of 2 foul shots. He has 2 points on the day, both from foul shooting in the first quarter. Here's the second. It's knocked down. Matolo has 3. West Allegheny moves quickly down by 6. Here's Tracy. He does a spin move. Out to Pustover for 3. In and out, no good. West A gets the rebound, and it's put home by Scott Bilvis underneath the rim with just 2.5 seconds left. Bilvis gets up to 27 points. But with limited time remaining, West A is still down by 4, and they call a timeout. Full timeout called by West Allegheny, and we will step aside for 30 seconds and be back with the remaining 2.5 seconds in just a moment on the Trib Live High School Sports Network with Plum up by 4.
It's the big President's Day sales event at Sendell Subaru in Greensburg. Qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing for 63 months on all new 2021 Outback, Legacy, Ascent, or Impreza models in stock. Or get low 0.9% financing for 48 months on a 2021 Forester or Crosstrek with symmetrical all-wheel drive. The big President's Day sale ends March 1st, so hurry in and save at Sendell Subaru, Route 30 Greensburg. SendellSubaru.com.
Back on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, the best seat in the house all season long, and especially for these basketball playoffs. Preliminary round action today, 2.5 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter here. West Allegheny trailing Plum, 55-51. Plum set to inbound it. They do get the inbound off, and we have a whistle. And this is going to give Plum the basketball back with West Allegheny the basketball back with 1.2 seconds to go. And West Allegheny calls another timeout. So a weird situation there. 1.2 seconds remain. West A's going to have the ball, but they're down by 4. So you'd assume the message would be on the Plum side right now, just do not foul. Do not foul. Because if a foul doesn't occur, there's not much that can go wrong if you're the Plum Mustangs. But they did put 2.5 seconds back up on the clock. So we'll have to wait and see what the call was, because something clearly happened there to give West Allegheny the basketball back and allow West Allegheny to call another timeout. But it will be West Allegheny basketball, and they don't take any time off the clock since the last timeout. So there's still 2.5 seconds left. West A with it. The inbound, and the quick basket is put home by West Allegheny. So that'll make this a 2-point game with just 0.6 of a second to go. And the basket was put in by Scott Bilvis, who's got 29 points now. Another full timeout called by West Allegheny. And obviously, time is of the essence, but West Allegheny will still have at least some hope here. With 0.6 seconds remaining, trailing Plum, who's the number 15 seed in this bracket, 55-53, and they put more time up on the clock. So it'll be Plum to inbound it now from their own side of the court, and they're going to put more time up there. There were 0.6 of a second. It is now up to 1.5 seconds on the fourth quarter clock. Plum leading West A 55-53, trying to win its first playoff game in 9 years. But it's not going to come easy here. Leading by just 2 points with a second and a half remaining in the basketball game. West Allegheny getting organized defensively, and now the officials are going to get together here. And the Plum faithful not too pleased about that. But nothing changes up there on the scoreboard. Plum basketball up by 2, a second and a half to go. Trying to get the inbound off. It's lobbed past half court. It'll be retrieved by Means, who puts home the bucket at the buzzer, and he's fouled. So this game is not over yet, even though all time has expired. I was going to see if they're going to make Means shoot the foul shot. They are not. They are just going to give him 2 points at the buzzer. So Means finishes the game with 15 points, and West Allegheny wins it 57-53. And now they take the 2 points off the scoreboard. So the Plum Mustangs are going to win it 55-53 over West Allegheny. So that bucket at the end by Tarasi Means does not count, and he finishes the game with 13 points. Well, now they put it back up. How about that? How about drama at the end of a basketball game? So Means does get credit for that buzzer-beating layup shot, and he finishes the game with 15 points officially. Plum wins its first playoff game in 9 years, 57-53. We'll be back in 30 seconds to wrap this thing up on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Trib Live has a little something for everyone. Sports from high school to the pros. News from across the street and around the world. Arts and entertainment, lifestyles, opinion, weather, photo galleries, video. You can even find your next job, house, and car. So look alive, Pittsburgh, and get the news you want and information you need all in one place. TribLive.com. TribLive.com. News and more 24/7.
Back on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, the Plum Mustangs find a way here this afternoon, and they defeat the West Allegheny Indians 57-53. Only other score update we have from this Class 5A bracket is on the other side. Armstrong falls to Franklin Regional 49-43. So the number 12 seed Panthers find a way on the other side of the bracket and advance. So that's the only other final score we know of in Class 5A. Franklin Regional, the 12 seed, will face Mars, the 5 seed, on Wednesday night. But on this side of the bracket, what we know is this: the Plum Mustangs do find a way to win tonight. Their first playoff win in 9 years, defeating the West Allegheny Indians 57-53. And Plum will advance to the Class 5A boys basketball first round playoff round, where they will face the Newcastle Red Hurricane on the road on Wednesday night. That game will be up in Newcastle, but the Plum Mustangs do advance and will punch their ticket to what will end up being a 16-team field come Wednesday night. Here are the final scoring totals in this one before we let you go. The Plum Mustangs were led in the scoring column by Connor Moss, who had 27 of the 57 total points. Tarasi Means had 15 points for the Plum Mustangs, including one at the buzzer. 8 points from Cam Moss, then 3 points from Alex Matolo, 2 from Max Matulsi, and 2 from Nick Killinger. On the other side, for the West Allegheny Indians, 29 points for Scott Bilvis, 29 out of the 53 total scored by West Allegheny. Other than that, everybody else was in single digits. Joe Pustover had 9, 5 points from Noden Tracy and Liam Rooch, and then 3 points from Ryan Herman, a 3-ball in the first quarter, and then a bucket in the second quarter from Anthony Ross. He finished with 2 points, but obviously our 2 frontliners were Scott Bilvis, who had 29 for West Allegheny, and Connor Moss, who had 27 for the Plum Mustangs. But it was the Mustangs who found a way this afternoon. They advance past the preliminary round as the 15 seed with a 4-point 57-53 win over the West Allegheny Indians. And they move on to face Newcastle on Wednesday night. That game will be at Newcastle at 6 o'clock. So be sure to tune in for that one if you're a Plum fan or a fan of this 5A playoff bracket in general, because it's going to be very, very exciting down the stretch. Glad you could tune in today. I'm Mitch Montani signing off from Plum. Be sure to catch all of our future games for this playoff season with the best seat in the house on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Our final score today, the Plum Mustangs 57 and the West Allegheny Indians 53 on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.